Hey everyone, I'm the Canadian Lad, and Sony has just revealed the official title of Spider-Man 4 at CinemaCon, Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's set to hit theaters worldwide on July 31st, 2026, right between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So in a span of 1 year, we'll get 3 of the biggest MCU films ever. The new logo looks absolutely fantastic, with a cool comic book vibe and a design that reminds us of Scott Johnson's merchandising artwork. And if you notice, they maintain the same font from the Home trilogy for its subtitle Brand New Day, but they switched up the font for the main Spider-Man title. I have a feeling the word day is gonna be quintessential for this next trilogy, just like Home was used in the last one. So comment below your funniest title ideas like Spider-Man Brand New Home or Spider-Man Homeless. Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, is gonna be directing this movie. Marvel loved his style and direction so much that he was originally set to direct Avengers Kang Dynasty and possibly Secret Wars before the huge changes where everything shifted from Kang to Doctor Doom. But most importantly, Daniel is a massive Spider-Man fan himself. When he came on stage to talk about Spider-Man 4, he said, and I quote, "I'm spending my time exploring the next stage of this amazing character with a team of the most incredible artists in the world. We're all just daily nerding out over the suit. How to swing, how to create an event, an emotional story, and a ride that we haven't really seen before." Notice he specifically mentions that they're crafting new ways for Spider-Man to swing through the city. Something we always felt was missing from Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man, but done perfectly in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's versions. Daniel also teased that Spider-Man Brand New Day is gonna be an emotional ride, with a fresh story we haven't seen before. And we're all craving a story that focuses more on the heart of Spider-Man, not just another multiverse adventure. Sure, the multiverse can be fun, but it can water down the emotional stakes, especially when characters can keep coming back or villains like Null won't ever feel as grounded. The way No Way Home ended, it set the stage perfectly to make a street-level Spider-Man 4 movie. Now, if Marvel and Sony don't take that opportunity, it could be a huge missed chance. However, we can't forget that Brand New Day will be right in between 2 massive Avengers films, so it can't just be a street-level movie. It needs to connect with the broader MCU. Now, industry insider Alex Paris reported that the movie will start in New York and stay street level, but by the end, it'll tie into the multiverse and lead into Avengers Secret Wars. Think of it as Spider-Man 4 being a bridge between 2 Avengers movies, almost like a third Avengers movie in disguise. Now, let's say Robert Downey Jr. does appear in Fantastic Four First Steps, coming out in just 4 months, and then he shows up as full-fledged Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday, and then makes another cameo in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and then we wrap up the saga with Secret Wars. If Doctor Doom's story is spread over these 4 films, the argument that there's not enough build-up to Doctor Doom like there was with Thanos would no longer hold. And I think that's exactly what Marvel is attempting to do here. And why would Sony go along with something that benefits Marvel so much? Well, it benefits Sony too. Think about it, back in 2019, Captain Marvel made over $1 billion just because it was sandwiched between Infinity War and Endgame, even though the character had never appeared in the MCU before. Now imagine how much Spider-Man Brand New Day could rake in if it's released between 2 of the biggest Avengers movies. It could make a massive box office numbers, benefiting both Sony and Marvel. Marvel gets a big event movie without the full cost of an Avengers movie, while Sony gains from the crossover appeal. But for us, the fans, the best part would be if the movie sticks to its street-level roots and gives us the emotional, grounded story we're all hoping for. And then it'll be a win-win for everyone. Let me quickly walk you through what happens in Brand New Day comic storyline so you can get a better idea of where the film might be headed. But before I dive into that, I need to briefly touch on the storyline that comes right before Brand New Day, the infamous One More Day arc. Peter Parker's life is in chaos. His beloved Aunt May is critically injured after being shot by a sniper who was aiming for him. This injury is a direct result of Peter's dual life as Spider-Man, and Peter is devastated by the idea of losing her. He's desperate to save her and is willing to do anything to prevent her death. Peter, unable to save Aunt May through normal means, turns to Mephisto, a powerful demon who's known for making deals that come with great personal cost. Mephisto offers Peter a way out. In exchange for Aunt May's survival, Peter must erase his marriage to Mary Jane Watson from existence. This means that no one will remember that Peter and Mary Jane were ever married, and their entire relationship will be wiped from the timeline. Peter is swayed by his desperation to save Aunt May, and he agrees to the deal with Mephisto. As a result, Aunt May is healed, but the consequence is devastating. Peter and MJ's marriage is erased, and their entire history together is wiped from the minds of everyone, including themselves. The couple's love and life together are effectively undone. Now, One More Day was incredibly controversial. Fans were upset because Peter and MJ's marriage had been a key part of Spider-Man's character for decades. This decision to undo their relationship was mostly driven by Joe Quesada, who was Marvel's editor-in-chief at the time. He believed that with married superheroes, you couldn't tell certain types of stories, and felt Peter's marriage made it harder to write Spider-Man in a way that appealed to younger readers. So to attract a new generation of fans and make Spider-Man feel younger, Marvel decided to erase the marriage, which led to a lot of backlash. The problem was that, unlike the lessons Peter learned from losing Gwen Stacy, erasing the marriage didn't really teach him anything meaningful. It didn't have any real impact on his overall character arc. It just opened up more storytelling options for Marvel for another 10 or 20 years. And that's what made One More Day so unpopular with the fans, because they focused on making more money by printing more issues rather than giving fans what they truly want. And this is where we get the Amazing Spider-Man number 546 called Brand New Day, a direct follow-up to One More Day. Of course, Brand New Day received mixed reactions because it's an aftermath of One More Day. The erasure of Peter's marriage to MJ was still a sore point for many fans, and some felt that the character's development was too heavily undone. But this storyline did introduce some fresh elements, like a more energetic tone and a broader supporting cast, which helped breathe new life into the story. In this new chapter, Peter is back to being single. His secret identity that he revealed in Civil War comics is hidden again, and he is swinging through New York with a renewed sense of purpose. The focus of the story shifts back to Spider-Man as a central part of his life. Almost as if Peter Parker no longer exists, Spider-Man is the only that remains. And according to the Cosmic Circus, Spider-Man 4 will follow a similar path, with Spider-Man's side of Peter's life taking up more of his time. Kind of like how Matt Reeves' The Batman kept its hero in costume for majority of the time. If you think about it, No Way Home was loosely inspired by One More Day and did a great job of handling it, so it makes perfect sense for Spider-Man 4 to now draw inspiration from Brand New Day. This movie will be a fresh new start for Peter Parker, just like in the comics, especially after the events of No Way Home. And that's why the title Brand New Day feels so fitting. It signals a new beginning for Peter. Now Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Sadie Sink are all confirmed for the film, but Sadie's role is still under wraps. Some rumors suggest she could play a new love interest like Jackpot, or perhaps a new MJ, Gwen Stacy, Firestar, or even Black Cat. All we know right now is she will have a large role and potentially be a new love interest for Peter as he moves on from Zendaya's MJ. As for the villain, in the comics, Brand New Day introduced Mr. Negative as a major antagonist, and there's a strong chance we could see his live-action debut in this film. The voice actor who portrayed Merton Lee in Marvel's Spider-Man video game, Stephen O. Young, has even said he'd love to bring the character to the MCU. This could be a dream come true for him. Come on, Marvel, cast him please. Also, there were rumors of a female villain this time around, something the MCU Spider-Man never had. And in the Brand New Day comics, Lily Hollister, aka Menace, was one of the primary villains as well. And she's later hunted down by Jackpot, who teams up with Spider-Man. And this brings me back to my theory that Sadie Sink could be playing the role of Jackpot in the film. Just imagine the visuals of Jackpot and Spider-Man swinging together in New York. Right now, there are lots of rumors surrounding the movie, but with Daniel Cretton saying it's gonna be a ride that we haven't seen before, some of these rumors might just be true. And since Spider-Man 4 is coming out after Avengers Doomsday and just before Secret Wars, introducing Doom's Battle World could be an intriguing way to flesh out Dr. Doom's new world and tie the whole saga together. And since Brand New Day will focus more on the street-level side of Spider-Man, I don't think Battle World will come into play until the third act of the movie, where it will connect to the larger Avengers storyline. And that's all I've got for Spider-Man 4 title announcement for now. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, and whenever I talk about him, my videos always get the most views. So you can imagine how hyped I am for this movie. I will be posting videos on Spider-Man Brand New Day every other week since we have a title now. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments, and feel free to ask me any Spider-Man questions. I'll do my best to answer them one by one. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you never miss a video. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter for updates on all my content. I'll see you lads in 2 days time with Daredevil episode 7 breakdown. See you lads in the next one.